What's up guys, Aiden Jordania, and today I'm going to be recreating one of my most popular TikToks. I'm going to be taking you guys through how I shot and edited this video. Now, this video is sitting on about 45,000 views, so it's not that bad, but obviously it's not one of your biggest viral videos. But I just want to show you how to shoot and edit something like this so you guys can recreate this in your own homes. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into the shooting bit, and then after that we're going to jump into the editing side, and I'm just going to show you how to get your footage from the phone onto the laptop, edit it, color it, and then from the laptop back onto the phone. Because obviously we are actually shooting with a phone as well, because this is for TikTok and everyone has a phone. So that is the beauty of it, that everyone can do this. Just get yourself some lights and you can do something similar to this, which is really great. So we are going to be using, I've got the iPhone 11 Pro, we're going to be using that. And then I'm going to be using Adobe Premiere as my editing software, which I said again we will jump into a bit later. So for today's shoot, we are actually going to be shooting this really cool Superman energy drink. You can see it here. Really cool product. Talking a little bit about gear, behind the product I've actually got 3 Godox TL60 tube lights. Now these things are really incredible. Probably the best part about it is you can connect it to your smartphone. So if you can have a look here, I will go onto the app, and the best part is you can just toggle it on and off. You can go in, group them together, set your percentage, and select any color you want, which is really incredible. I love it. So I've gone with the blue at about 50%. Now I've gone with the blue just so it matches the Superman energy drink and contrasts off really nicely. So that would be my backlight. Now as my key light, I'm actually using this M1. So this thing is really powerful, Godox M1. You can change the color temp. It also has all the different effects, just like the RGB tubes. So you can change the hue, the RGB, the saturation, and you can have effects like fire or ambulance or police or anything like that. So this is a really incredible light as well. This is the phone I'm using, just an iPhone 11 Pro. Now again, you can handle this, but to get a stable shot, you do want a tripod or something like that. So I've actually just made a makeshift tripod over here, just with a phone holder and a little magic arm. So that really works well, and it just creates a stable shot. Also, what I do suggest is not filming with your phone upright, turning your phone upside down. Now what this will do would allow you to get closer to the ground. Being closer to the ground makes the object look a lot bigger, which creates a bigger emphasis on the product you are shooting and makes it look larger than life. So this is what I do for most of my products, is I will put my camera as close to the ground as possible and almost tilt it up a bit. Really changes the aspect of the video completely. So I highly suggest trying it out. Okay, so once you have set up your light and phone, then just grab another camera to set up your BTS, which is your behind the scenes shot, because you don't only want to show the final render, but you also want to show how that was created. And I am just using a Sony at the moment. I usually use the camera I'm recording on now as a behind the scenes camera. But if you have another phone, that will do just wonders. Anything just to record your behind the scenes content. What I've done is, because I'm shooting on a camera, I've turned it vertical. And the reason is because we are editing it for the phone, we do not want a landscape aspect ratio, which is a 16:9. We'd rather want a 9:16. So when I throw this into Premiere Pro and I create a 9:16 aspect ratio, the framing will be a lot better and I won't have to zoom in and resize as much. But I will show you that in the editing step, so don't worry if that is a bit confusing to you guys. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna shoot in 4K. So once your phone's here, turn on the camera, turn it to the video mode and put it on 4K if your camera can do that. Trust me, it is very beneficial to put it in 4K, and there is a reason for this. So put it in 4K, and I'll show you in the editing breakdown why we want to do this. And we're going to shoot in 24 frames a second, which is just normal speed. Then we're going to tap focus on the middle of our subject. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to drag it down slightly just to darken those blacks a little bit. Really comes out nicely. Okay, and that is that. Now, most importantly, we are going to have the spray bottle here. Now this spray bottle is literally just any spray bottle you can find and put water in it. This creates a really nice chill look on the bottle. So we're gonna put some spray on it. We're gonna spray around the ground just to get rid of some of those smudges. And I mean, already look how nice that's coming out. Okay, so really important. I'm just going to adjust my camera to get it in the center there. Really, really important. That is what we want to do. Okay, the spray also allows all those reflections reflecting off the can to soften them so they don't look as harsh. So very, very important. Get yourself any type of spray bottle. You can put some glycerin or even some moisturizer or something, which does hold the drops a little bit better, but I just find normal water does the job. Okay, so I've just brought back my fill light so I can chat quickly. But now that you've added your water, you've got your reflections from this Perspex board, right? Which I didn't actually speak about. So just quickly, this Perspex boards, you can get them quite cheap in some places. Really, really useful for getting that nice reflection. You can also use a mirror or just something plastic with a black cloth. Anything like that that'll just give some sort of reflection or something like that. So really important, get something like this, a perspective glass. Now that we've got our water on our bottle, we've got some water around the ground, we've got our reflective surface, our lights are in order, the last thing that we're gonna add is smoke. Now you can try use your smoke machines, but the smoke machines are just too much and they overpower and they do not get a nice thick smoke around the product. So the only thing that I have actually found that works is this vape. Now this is actually a non-nicotine vape. You can get them from most vape stores. Just ask for no nicotine. I don't smoke at all, but this honestly is probably your best option if you want to add that extra wow factor. So I'm going to show you now. So what I do is I actually go to 4K 60 frames per second. So I tap that little button there, which is going to go to 60 frames per second. Now this is going to allow me to put in a little bit of slow-mo so I can slow that smoke down. Okay, so have a look what we're going to do. We're going to hit record. Our light is on. Our lights are good that side. I'm going to come behind the product. I'm going to take some smoke in, keep it in my mouth, and just pour it across the table. And then I'm going to quickly move away and let the smoke settle. And then have a look at that. That is what is going to create your extra wow factor. Obviously, this is for demonstration purposes as well. But if I was doing a real TikTok when I was creating this, I would have this bad boy filming as well. Filming me putting the smoke onto the table, filming me hitting record, filming me switch on the light and all of that. And then I put it all together in post and this is what you get. Okay, so this is pretty much what you guys are looking at. Very simple. It looks complicated, but it's not. I mean, you got your 3 lights, your 1 main light in the middle, you put your phone down, add some water, add some reflection, and add some smoke, and this is what you get. A lot of things you can do. You can get real creative with these lights. If you do want these lights or if you're interested in them and want to know more information, please comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook and I will give you all the information you need. So obviously that was the first shot. Now I'd like to get between 1 and 3 videos that we could put in as our final render with our BTS, obviously as a TikTok reel. So now I'm just gonna get 1 more, which is gonna be a close-up. So I like to go from a wide to a close-up. So you've seen the environment, you've seen where it is, and then we get a close-up of the product. So what I'm gonna do is on my phone, I'm actually just gonna hit this 2 because the iPhone 11 Pro has 3 cameras, which is really nice. So it's got a wide angle lens, your normal lens and your telephoto lens. So I'm gonna go with the telephoto lens, which is, I think it's around about an 85mm. And I mean, look at that already, you get a real nice close-up. I'm actually gonna push the camera a little more in. I'm gonna focus on that Superman. I'm gonna push it back so it focuses. I'm gonna hold down so it locks that focus and then pull down just to crush those blacks a little bit. Okay, real nice already. Now, I'm gonna hit record. I'm still in that slow-mo and I'm gonna spray water very fast. So I wanna get that droplet dropping down. You see that droplet all the way down. That is super nice. Okay, so I do a few of those. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some smoke as well, just for a little bit more impact, and then I can choose between the 2. Okay, wait for the smoke to die down a bit and spray. Now we get the spray effect. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the focus so it keeps that focus so it doesn't get impacted when the smoke comes around. Okay, wait for the smoke. There's it. That's awesome. Okay guys, so that is pretty much it for the shooting side. Let's jump into the editing side, and I want to show you how quick it actually is to render one of these videos and get it out onto your TikTok and get those views to grow your brand and your social media presence. Okay guys, so now that we have done shooting, let's jump straight into the editing side. I'm gonna keep this as quick and simple as possible. So first thing we need to do is grab the footage from our phone and drop it onto our laptop. Now, the way I do it is because I am running both an iPhone and a MacBook, so obviously they are Apple products, I just use the AirDrop feature. This is a super good way if you are running Apple products. It is so quick, you just AirDrop it to your laptop and then you have the footage, and it really doesn't compress or degrade the videos at all. So that is the way to do it. If you are not running Apple products or anything like that and you don't have AirDrop, the best thing to do is go on your web browser on your phone and type in WeTransfer, select the photos from your phone, and then just send them via email to your laptop and download them from your laptop. So it's pretty simple as well. Okay, so once we have our footage, we're gonna dive straight in. As you can see here, I've got my footage over here and I have got them right over here. So here are all my raw clips. Then I'm gonna throw them into Premiere Pro. The thing that you're gonna need to do is, because we have obviously shot one, the behind the scenes we've shot in portrait on the camera, and two, obviously the iPhone footage is also in portrait. Now when you first log in and load up your Premiere Pro, it is gonna give you a default 16:9. So the first thing we need to do is go into our sequence settings and change the 19:20:1080 and reverse that. So make it 1080 by 1920. Okay, so even over here, what we're gonna do is, because I filmed this in 4K and we are gonna be outputting in a 1080 resolution, is that we need to zoom our footage out. So what we're gonna do here is, as you see, we're just gonna scale it out a bit. Okay, you can also, instead of doing that, so obviously you wanna scale it to 50, because 50 would be the correct place. Or what you can do instead of doing that is, if I bring it back to the zoomed in 100, you can right click and go scale to frame size, and that'll do the exact same thing. Okay, so we're gonna go through, select the ones we want, and once we've done that, I've actually selected them already, and we are going to select each individual clip. So now you can see I've got the water spray, I've got me clicking the phone to record, and I've got me blowing some smoke over this side, blowing some smoke from the back, and I've also got me holding this light. And then I've also got my final product, 1, 2 from a different angle, and 3. Now I'm not going to use all these clips, but these are the best ones that I can throw back onto my phone, and then I'll be able to choose which ones I want from there. So just to run through, I've kept the behind the scenes really simple. You don't have to do any hectic color grading or anything like that. It is a behind the scenes, so it can be quite raw and natural. Okay, so what I do want to show you guys, let's just remove this color grade. So what I want to show you is, obviously we're going to go scale to frame size. Now we have our frame scaled. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to add a nice zoom in effect. So I'm going to zoom in to where I want it to end. So let's say about there, that looks nice. And I'm gonna add a keyframe. Remember to drag the keyframe all the way to the end like that. Then I'm gonna go to the beginning and I'm gonna zoom out to pretty much max, just before it obviously hits the black. There we go, to 100, and bring that in. Now this is the effect it's gonna create. As you can see, it's a nice subtle zoom in. But if I do want it to go faster, I'll actually just delete this one and zoom it in even more. So let's go a whole lot, just so you can see. Now it's gonna be faster zoom. Okay, so it's really up to you guys. You can decide where you want to go. And just for the color grade side, I haven't done a lot, but as you can see here is the before and the after. So what I've done is, if we just go into my Lumetri colors, I've just pushed the contrast a bit, pushed the exposure a little bit. I've pushed the shadows up, the whites up, and I've dropped the blacks a little bit, as well as I've pushed the saturation, because I really want these reds and yellows and blues to pop nicely. The other thing I do with smartphone footage is I push the sharpness about 50%, so about to 50. Sometimes I go all the way, but that can become a little bit too much. So I stick around 40 or so. It really just makes that image pop, especially when you bring it back onto the phone. So that's what I like to do. So you can see here, here's another one, and here's the difference. Okay, so really making that image pop. And the last one, this was our close-up that we did. And if you can see here, really making that Superman logo pop completely. So that is pretty much it. It's really simple. I will add, as you saw, those little zoom in effects, and sometimes I do some speed ramping. If I did shoot in slow-mo as well, then I'll drag them on and just see where I want to slow it down and speed it up. But otherwise, it's really quick and simple. Then the only thing I'll do is I'll go through clip by clip, as you can see, and I'll highlight it like this. And I'll highlight just the clip, and I'll go Command M or Control M if you are on a PC. And then I will just rename this clip 1, for instance, 1, and I will save it to my desktop, and I'll do that for all of the clips. And so I'll just basically go through all the clips like that until they're all saved, and then I will airdrop them back to my phone. Again, if you don't have airdrop, I would just WeTransfer them to your email address and then download them from your phone. So that's going to be the best bet. Then once they're on the app, you select all of them that you want on your TikTok and put them together, choose a nice sound, and away you go. That is it, guys. So really simple. That's just a quick overview of how to edit and shoot a TikTok reel. Also, if you have not seen the final TikTok, you can go have a look at it on my TikTok page. My name is @AidenJordan, just that simple. So go have a look at that and you can see the final render. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do want to see any further content, please subscribe down below and hit that like button as well. Comment down below if you want to see any further reviews or tutorials, but other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.